What's going on, guys? Ray here again with the Club Global, teaching men around the world to be men of the world. And today we are talking about keeping an open mind. Having an open mind is probably the most important part of being a man of the world, right? In order to be a worldly person, you have to be willing and able and open to accepting new perspectives and experiences and information from other people who've lived a different life than yourself, who have learned more than you about certain topics that you don't know that much about, or even things that you do know a lot about, that somebody else's viewpoint or perspective will expand your horizons in a way that you never thought of before. These are all very, very important things. It's important as a man of the world to be tolerant and be accepting of different walks of life, different viewpoints, different perspectives of all shades, right? No one can be a master of everything. There's always something new to learn about everything. Even if you are super experienced in something, you consider yourself a subject matter expert in some topic or another, there's always some perspective or viewpoint out there that will make you see something or think of something in a way you hadn't before. In fact, it may also be true, and this is very common, that you will be presented with information or experiences or some kind of viewpoint at some point in your life that you processed, took a stance on, and that's just the way you feel about it. But then later in your life, maybe you are re-presented with this stance. And now you're at a point in your life where your experiences and your wisdom have prompted you to take a new stance on this information. Maybe this perspective you weren't ready for when you first were introduced to it. But now later in life, with a different set of experiences, maybe now you're saying, oh, all right, yeah, I get it now. That is extremely important. There are many things you will find in your life that at one point or another, maybe you were not quite ready for to experience. But later in life, that information could be the key to something that you've been missing all along. So it's important to keep your mind open to new ways of thinking, new ways of looking at things. It's also important, and this is sort of the main driving point, is to always be open to learning. The moment you stop learning, you might as well stop breathing. Because learning is the cornerstone of growth. You will not grow if you do not keep learning. Your brain is a sponge from the moment you were born to this world till the moment you leave it. All right, take advantage of that. Harness that. Don't become closed-minded. Don't shut yourself off to new ideas. And I'm not saying you should never have a stance on something and just flip-flop all the time on everything in your life. But I'm saying be willing and able and open to change, all right? Be willing to have your perspective, your opinion shifted on something when you are presented with information that makes more sense than your previous stance, all right? Something you may think you know a whole ton about, you think you know everything about it, I promise you there's something you don't know about it. Or the things you do know, maybe there's a different way to look at them that may open up a bit about that you weren't aware of before. So take that to heart. Always be learning, always keep an open mind. All right, there are billions of people in this world. There are limitless experiences and knowledge that you will never see. So, during your time on this earth, be open to all of it, all right, to some capacity. Be open to the idea that you don't know everything, and there's always something to be learned. Whether good or bad, you can gain experience and be a better person the next day. And that's sort of the main thing, right? Is we always want to be bettering ourselves. We're better today than we were yesterday, and we're going to be even better tomorrow. And keeping an open mind and being accepting, tolerant, and thirsty for knowledge will be the key to that. So, with that, this is Ray, signing out.